Dear friends, welcome to the science class. In the last class, we were discussing about some methods of the separation of the substances. So in the last class, we already discussed about the separation by the hand picking. How does it is done? So the particles which have different sizes, which are present in the grains, which are essential for us, we are going to separate those things by hand picking. Right, example, removing of the sandstone particles from the rice, so that the amount of the stone and sand particles, the quantity of those things will be less, so that it easily can be separated by the hand picking. So that we are going to pick those things and we are going to remove it. So that method is nothing but what? It is the hand picking. The next method of the separation is the threshing. So in that threshing, we are separating the stalk. We are separating the seeds from the stalk. So if you check those things, the stalk will be present in the bundles. The amount will be very high. So the quantity is very high. Is it possible that we are going to use the hands? No, it is not possible. The hand picking method is not good or not convenient for the purpose of separating the seeds from the stalk. For that reason, what we are going to do? We are going to beat that stalk with using a stick or something, with the bullock or using machines. When we beat that stalk, the stalk is going to get separated from the seeds. The seeds are going to come out. So the seeds are freed from that stalk, so that we are going to separate those things from the stalk as well as seed. Alright, that is the second method. Now third method is winnowing. Third method is what? It is the winnowing. So what do you mean by winnowing? We are going to discuss winnowing by using an activity, by doing an activity or by using an experiment. So we are going to use the soil particles, or we are going to use the sand particles along with some leaves, some dry leaves. So for doing this activity, for studying about the winnowing, we are going to use some dry leaves. Along with what? We are going to add dry leaves with sand. And we are going to mix all those things. We are going to mix dry leaves as well as sand with our hands, so that we shouldn't identify what is sand and which one is dry leaf. So when we mix it and when we observe it, is it possible that we are going to clearly see which one is dry leaf and which one is sand? Or is it possible to separate both the things? Is it possible that we are going to separate dry leaf separately, sand separately by seeing those things? Is it possible? No, it is not possible if it is a container. So what we are going to do here, we are going to take this mixture, whatever there is here, the mixture of the sand as well as the dry leaf. We are going to take this mixture to a ground. To a ground, it should be open space, or it should be open space and it is a free ground. On that ground we are going to put this mixture. We are going to put this mixture like this. So what we are going to do next here, we are going to take a stool here. Or directly we are going to take this mixture in a container onto our shoulder height, up to our shoulder height, or we are going to take a stool so that the height should be increased. And then we are going to take this mixture. Take this mixture in a container and we are going to stand on that stool or on the ground one day, and we are going to take that container up to our shoulder height, up to this point. Right? Then what we are going to do here, we are going to tilt that container. We are going to tilt that container downward direction. Not completely tilt or not upright. It should be tilted in small amount. So it should be tilted like this. That container should be tilted like this. So the mixture which is present inside this should come down, should fall down. So what will happen when we tilt that thing? If we are standing like this and up to the side, which is the ground, what happens? The object, the material or the substance which is present inside this, or the mixture which is present inside this, starts to fall down slowly like this. Right? It's going to fall down slowly. When you check this mixture, when you check that mixture which is contained dry leaves as well as the sand, both the things is not possible. So in the open ground there will be presence of the wind or there will be presence of the air. So if you see here, the air and wind are continuously blowing. So when we see here, the mixture which contains dry leaves as well as sand, the heavy particles, sand being a heavy particle, it is going to fall and it is going to collected here. The sand particle is going to collected here. But the position of the dry leaf which is mixed with the sand, it is going to blow away. They are going to blow away. So dry leaves are going to blow away from here. Why it is blowing away? Due to the action of the air. Due to the action of the air, they are blowing away. But sand particles are remaining there only. So sand particles are separated here and dry leaves are separated here. How they are separated? They are separated by the action of the air. Why the action of the air is only having the effect on the dry leaves, not on the sand particles? Since sand particles are having a higher weight, they are having a higher weight. Since sand particles are heavier than the dry leaves, so dry leaves are lighter. Which one is lighter weight? Which one has the weight as light or lighter weight? They are going to go away by the air. But sand particles is having a heavier weight, they doesn't going to blow away by the air. Because of that, by the blowing of the air, dry leaves are going separately, they are falling separately, and sand particles are falling separately. So that we have separated the sand particles from the dry leaves by the action of what? By the action of the air. By the action of the air. So this process, whatever this process we explained here, that process is nothing but what? It is the winnowing. It is the winnowing. So what is winnowing? Winnowing is nothing but the process of separation of leaves. The process of separation of heavier particles from lighter particles. Separation of heavier and lighter components. Heavier and lighter components or constituents. Components of a mixture by action of wind or blowing air. So winnowing is nothing but it is the process of separation of heavier and lighter constituents of a mixture by action of wind or blowing air. If we take this example one day, we can explain winnowing, we can define winnowing. Winnowing is the process of separation of heavier and lighter constituents of a mixture. Heavier and lighter constituents of a mixture by the action of the air or wind which is blowing here. Right. So in this separation method, we are taking what? We are taking the weight of the constituent or weight of the component. Depending on the weight, we are separating the constituents or separating the different components of that mixture. So this is winnowing. So if you want to give some other examples, we are going to separate the grains from the husk. If you take the grains are having coatings that are nothing but the husk. So that we have to use grains only. If you take the example of the wheat seeds, if you take the example of the rice, so we are going to take wheat only, not everything which are present in that wheat. So that we have to separate the husk which is present in the wheat. How we are going to how we are going to separate those things? Because of that, for that reason, we are going to use a soup. Right? We are going to use a soup. In that soup, we are going to add they start fall on the ground, the grains which are present are going to fall on the sheet, and the husk which is present inside those, or husk which is present in that mixture is going to blow away from the air. It is going to blow away because of the action of the air. So that husk is separated, as well as what is separated, the grains or the wheat seeds also separated. So if you check farmers, now we are belong to the village side only. So we are belong to the farmer family only. So if you check in your homes, in your fields, the freshly harvested wheat, the freshly harvested barley, or freshly harvested maize, we are going to take those seeds, take those grains, and we are going to use a soup, so that the husk which is present in those things are going to be separated by using a method known as winnowing. So I hope this is clear about the winnowing, where we are going to separate lighter particles from the heavier particles. So that, for example, for these things are separation of the husk from the grain, separation of the husk from the wheat, separation of the impurities from the maize, or all. So this is everything about the winnowing. Now next separation technique is sieving. So again we are going to understand about the sieving by taking an activity which we are going to do in daily days. Your parent or mother is going to do it daily. So if you take here, if you take the example of making up the chapatis or making up the rotis, what they are going to do here, just directly going to take the atta and they are going to mix it with water, or are going to clean the atta first, then they are going to mix it with water. They are going to clean that atta by using a sieve. By using a sieve, in that sieve they are going to add that atta, and they are going to continuously rotate it or continuously stir it, so that the pure atta is going to come out, and the impurities which are present in those things in that atta is going to remain in the sieve only, so that those things are separated by using the sieve. In the same manner, if you take the example of the sieve, which we are using here, if we take the surface of that sieve, it will be having tiny holes like this. If we take the sieve, standard sieve, it will have a tiny holes. So what does that tiny holes are going to do here? I have taken the example of that atta. When you add that atta, the size of that atta will be smaller than that tiny holes, but the impurities which are present in that atta will be larger in size. They will be larger in size. What will happen when we put the atta in that sieve? That when we rotate it, the smaller size atta particles are going to fall in a container, which we are going to collect for the purpose of making up the roti or chapati. But the larger size particles which are impurities, it may be husk, or it may be some stones or some anything which is come as impurities, which has the larger size than the atta, are going to remain in that sieve only. They are going to remain in that sieve only. So that those impurities are separated, as well as the atta is separated. Right, by using this sieve. In the same manner, if we take another example of your home only, we are going to provide wheat, or we are going to provide the wheat for the purpose of the making of the atta or making of the chapati, so that we are going to convert the wheat first into atta. So what we are going to do, directly we are going to give that atta. So directly we are going to give that wheat for the purpose of making the wheat atta. No, we can't give it directly. What we are going to do here, we are going to take the sieve. In that sieve we are going to put that wheat. So then in that wheat, the sand particles will be present, the dust particles will be present. Along with that, there will be presence of the husk after the harvesting. So that by continuously rotating or continuously stirring those things, what will happen? Those husk particles, those sand particles, or the soil particles will be present in them, or will be going to remain in the sieve only, but the wheat is going to fall down, so that wheats are separated, the pure which is separated and those impurities are separated by using the sieve. By using the sieve. So this method of separation is nothing but what? It is the sieve. It is the sieving one. This method is nothing but what? It is the sieving method of separation. So in the sieving method of separation, what we are doing here? We are taking the size of the particles. We are taking the size of the particles. The different size of those particles in the impurities or different size of those impurities which are present in the mixture are separated by the sieving. So larger the size, they are going to remain here. Smaller the size, they are going to fall down. Because of that, they are going to separate those things. So what is the sieving actually? Sieving is the process of separation by undesirable components which are separated from the mixture with different size. So sieving is the process of separation by weight undesirable components separated from the mixture with different size. If we take the size of the whole like this, if we take the size of the whole like this much is size. If we take the size of the impurity at this much size of the impurity at this much size, and the size of the required components are like this. So which one is going to pass through this hole? This is going to pass through this hole, so that we are going to collect here. Is it possible that this impurity is going to pass through this hole? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. So this size particles are going to remain in the sieve, but these particles are going to pass through. So we are separating the impurities from the pure components by using method sieving. So this is the method of sieving. So where does we are going to use the sieving method? We are going to use the sieving method in floor mill. In floor mill. In that floor mill, impurities like stone and dust will be present in the weight. The stone and dust which will be remain from the weight, which is present in the weight after the threshing as well as windowing. After using both the methods still, there will be presence of what? Stone as well as dust in the weight. So in floor mill, we are going to remove the stone as well as dust from the weight before the grinding of the weight. By which method? By the sieving method, where we are going to use a slant sieve. So in which we are going to put this mixture of the weight. From that sieve, the weight is going to fall down, but which one is going to remain? The stone as well as the dust is going to remain in the sieve. So this is the method used or prepared in the floor mill. In the same way, if we take in the construction site, take the example of the construction site where they are going to use the sieving method only to get the small sand particles from the larger sand particles. So for the construction, we required smaller sand particles which are going to mix with the cement. So those sand particles are separated from the larger sand particles by using the sieving methods. So these are the uses of the sieving methods. I hope this is clear about the sieving as well as winnowing. Winnowing are going to separated by using the different weight of the particles. Lighter weight particles are going to blown away by the air, and heavier particles are going to remain there only. In the case of sieving, the size matters here. The size will be major factor of separation. So heavier size or the larger size will remain in the sieve, and smaller sizes are going to pass through the holes, so that we are going to separate those things. I hope this is clear about the winnowing and sieving. In the next class, we are going to discuss about the magnetic separation, and we are going to discuss further sections of the topic in the next class. Up to that point, thank you, take care, stay well.